Like, it's okay to be a nerd and to find your nerd friends and to be happy about it. There's no reason.
I wish I was fat like I thought I was. Yes! Isn't that terrible?
It is so terrible. So,
ego, stroking,
Hi, welcome to Random Chittering.
I'm Trisha.
And I'm Jen.
And this is us chittering.
Randomly. Okay, so today this is episode 16.
Our sweet 16.
16. So we thought we'd talk about 6 things we wished we'd known when we were
16. Sorry. Do that.
Okay, so we both came up with 3 things.
Yeah.
Yours was number 1.
Mine was number 1, and my first one was my body is great and I am perfect the way I am.
Okay, so why did you pick that?
So I can remember thinking all through high school, and especially when I was 16, because that's when I was allowed to start dating, that I didn't look right, that I was too soft, that I was too curvy, that I was too everything. And so I look back now and I'm like, I wish I was fat like I thought I was.
You wish you were.
I wish I was that fat because I thought, I can remember even being on some diets. Like my parents were doing a lower carb thing, and so I did it with them, and I actually lost weight and everything. And I always thought, I needed to be thinner because I was always the curvy girl, So I can honestly say that would be one of the first things I would tell myself if I could go back to 16-year-old Trisha and say, you have a fabulous body. Be happy with it.
Mine would be, I wish my body worked the same way it did. Like, you don't realize, like, even when you hit 30, all of a sudden, like, my knees have gotten achy.
Right? Or you get tired and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like
I should not be tired.
Yeah, I used to be able to hike anything, and, like, it wasn't too bad. And now if I try to go hiking, it's like, ouch.
You feel like an old person.
Your body does a lot of amazing things at 16 that you don't even notice.
Right. Until you don't have it anymore.
Wah, wah. I don't even know I don't want to know what 70-year-olds feel like, because I know what I feel like in the morning. All right, you also came up with number 2.
I did, but I was just trying to fire them off. So the number 2 thing was that it was okay to like things that aren't popular, and if you're passionate or excited about something, then just do that, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Okay,
so do you have an example of something you wish you'd been passionate about that you didn't?
I really wish that instead of filling up my time with music, which I was really excited and passionate about, but I kind of felt like that's what I was doing, so that's what I needed to fill my time with.
Okay.
That I branched myself out. I had always wanted to take an art class. I'd always wanted to take a woodworking class. I even wanted to take a small engines class, and I never did.
Because you felt tied to music?
Yeah, because I really loved music, and I felt like that was just all I could do.
I thought you were going to say something super nerdy, like fantasy fiction or something. When you said me that, I was
like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what you were going to say.
No, I got into that later when I fully embraced the nerd in me.
I didn't embrace my inner nerd until like my mid-20s. It took me a long time to embrace my inner nerd.
Pretty much when I did.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like, I always tell my kids, like, it's okay to be a nerd and to find your nerd friends and to be happy about it. There's no reason to try to be something you're not, but I don't know. I kind of wonder if it's a life lesson for later in life.
But I don't know. I mean, look at those people who, like, are young and they have a lot going for them and they're very passionate about things that they love, and they're out there doing things, and they just look like they've got all their stuff together. Like, they don't care. Well, they just want to do what they want to do, and
I was kind of that way, I gotta be honest. At 16...
Get out of my way.
At 16, I was like copy editor of the school newspaper. I was on the dance team. I was winning state trophies and stuff. So I was kind of kick butt when I was 16.
Yeah. And so then, But I wasn't... Just do what you want to do.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to try new things. And
there you go. That's a good way to say it.
If you want to take an art class and that's not cool, then...
Do it anyway.
Screw them.
Don't care what people think. That's probably a good way to...
Okay. Why don't you do one?
Okay, so one of the things that I was thinking for me personally at 16, what I would go tell 16-year-old Jen, and she did kind of learn this, but the friends you choose in life are, to me, just as important as good grades. Now, good grades are important, so don't get me wrong, but the friends that you choose are either going to help your grades or hinder.
Right. I mean, if you have bad grades, it doesn't matter. I mean, bad friends. It doesn't matter because you'll probably be out doing bad things.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I had some questionable friends and did questionable things, and I was actually expelled my junior year of high school. And
Jen's naughty.
I changed schools, and in my new school, I made good friends. I made good grades. I went from being suspended from dance team to the honor roll.
Wow, that's a turnaround.
It was a change in friends, and I'm not kidding.
Really?
So I would tell Jen, if I could even go back before 16, I would tell Jen to have good friends.
Walk away from that one. Yeah. See that one? Walk away from it.
The one that makes you like skip school, and the one that makes you go out drinking, or I would avoid that.
Right.
I would avoid it. Lessons learned.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's.
Or if a boy wants you to do stuff.
Yeah, that brings me to my next one. It's okay to not have a boyfriend.
Totally okay.
So this is not like a man bashing. This is not like a you don't need a man.
Yeah.
You don't need a man to make yourself happy. The one thing is if that's all you want is a boyfriend, you're going to make yourself miserable because you will take the first thing that comes to you. And I guarantee you he will not be the one that's worth it.
That's a good point. I wasn't big on boys in high school myself.
I was.
I mean, but who isn't though? What girl isn't into boys?
I liked having a boyfriend. I liked being liked.
Yeah, I have to say I got lucky with my first boyfriend in high school. It was my senior year, and he established very strict rules for what was appropriate and not appropriate, and I'm really grateful he did that.
That is good.
Yeah, so I guess if you're gonna have a boyfriend, you should probably have some rules.
Yeah, I was more like, let's just go have fun and just went and had lots of fun with a bunch of different, not that kind of fun. Not that kind of fun.
Okay.
I just meant like I just enjoyed going out and having fun, with guys, and because I liked hanging out with guys.
Yeah,
they were my friends, and so a date was like an extra special hangout with the guy. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't anything big or anything like that. So,
Interesting, but no, I agree. I don't even think, but I don't even know if dating's cool anymore. So if we were 16 right now, we'd probably just hang out all the time anyway.
Right, and it's safer in groups.
Yeah.
Lots of people. Lots of people.
That's right. Excellent. So that was I've lost count. That was four. Okay, so now we're on number 5. Now this to me is, here we go. You don't know as much about life as you think you do. I honestly thought I knew it all as a 16-year-old kid, and I didn't know diddly. Isn't that true though?
It's true. You think that you know
all
better.
Figured out, and your life is going to be better, and you're not going to be like your mom and dad, and you're going to go and you're going to get the best job and the best life and you know what? Like life is hard, and you don't realize when you're 16 how good you have it and how lucky you are to be 16, and so
exactly.
You don't know as much as you think you do.
Amen, sister.
Right.
And our last one?
Yes. That was yours.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I went through all mine.
No, your last one is, maybe that was all of them.
Nope. Body.
Oh, I remember.
Popular
Mine is the last one. All right. 6.
All right. 6.
If I could go, and this is to me very well. So, there is more to life than high school. Part 1.
Part 1.
Part 2. You're going to be traumatized by what happens to you in high school for the rest of your life.
Yes! Isn't that terrible?
It is so terrible. So, so there's life after high school. There is college, there is dating, there's experiences.
I always hated it when they're like, all the teachers were like, we're preparing you for real life. That's crap. Because Nothing I learned in high school helped me deal with my adult life, okay? They did not tell me how to deal with a screaming child at 3 in the morning. It did not tell me how to deal with my first fight with my husband. It did not tell me how to deal with a lot of things. So that's crap. But having the whole friends, the whole learning to manage your time, the whole social interactions, all of those
in the classroom,
things.
I think, really matters as much as what your choices are outside the classroom. So I just, it's funny because if I look at my high school self versus who I am now, I'm a different person. Mm-hmm. And high school, it really doesn't matter as much as you think it does. And I mean, I did a lot in high school, and I'm really grateful I did. Mm-hmm. But I'm one of those people that still thinks my accolades in high school matter, because I haven't done that much since, and so I'm kind of I had a lot of friends, and I was on all these committees and all these things, and now as an adult, I look at myself and I think, I wish my adult self worked as hard to do as much as my high school self. And so I'm actually having the opposite problem, I guess, of a lot of people, where I lived it up in high school, and now as an adult I've had to find my way.
I feel grateful that you said that.
Really?
Because there was a time when I thought, oh, it would be so fun to go to my 10-year reunion. Mm-hmm. And it was 2 years ago, was my 10-year. And I didn't want to go.
I don't go to reunions. I've never been there.
I was so ashamed because, like you, I had done a lot in high school, and my teachers loved me, and they thought a lot of me, and they thought I was going to go, and I had all these grand plans and everything else. And, I really struggled with just being a mom.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I had all these great things, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom with 4 beautiful children, but nothing of worldly glory to show for it. You know what I mean?
Right?
And so here, it's like I see the trophies and the plaques on the wall, and I have a dirty shirt full of Cheetos and, Legos all over my floor to show for it. And so I really struggled with that. So I appreciate that you say that.
Yeah. I won a lot of awards in high school.
But it's okay to have a lot of fun.
I haven't gotten any awards as an adult.
Next episode, I will award Jen something.
I don't know what I'd award myself.
But I mean, it's true. I mean, you build up such grand plans because it's high school, and you can have so much fun because there is so little responsibility versus outcome and all of that, and it's totally different, and you can receive all of that ego stroking,
And then you hit the real world, and nobody's stroking your ego.
You are suddenly a little fish in a huge pond.
A pond of life. But anyway, so I guess if I had to say anything, enjoy high school. You should enjoy it.
Yeah, it is a fun time.
It's a great time that you will never get back again. I mean, you're never going to feel that good. You're never going to...
And you will look back on it, though. You will always reflect. So if you're going to reflect, and you will, make sure that the things that you reflect on are positive and happy, and that you don't need to please other people and make yourself miserable.
Yep, all good points. And another thing that I learned in my new job is that after you go to college, you can't put anything from high school on your resume.
Mine would be really empty.
That's what I'm saying. My resume is so sad.
I mean, I can make a mean pizza.
Put it on your resume.
That's right.
Anyway, well, that was interesting. Happy sweet 16.
Happy sweet 16.